Today's video, I want to talk about something that bothers me a lot more than it should. Pointless sequels and reboots. Now, it seems that every single movie coming out over the last even 10 years is either a sequel or a reboot of a film that was already amazing from years ago, and it just cash grab pretty much. A cash grab, that's exactly what it is. Because corporations are too scared of taking risks on new films. Let's look at a few examples. Starting with Pixar, where they already had one of the most incredible finales to Toy Story 3. Bro, I literally almost cried, even like as a kid watching that. It was the perfect finale, everything was great. And then randomly 9 years later, they bring it back for Toy Story 4. And I mean, I was young enough that I was like, oh yay, more Toy Story. And I watched it, and actually it wasn't half bad. It was pretty good. But it just felt unnecessary. It didn't need really any purpose. I guess some people say it finished Woody's arc. I mean, I still felt it was unnecessary. It was, you know? Why the f*** is there a Toy Story 5 then? The story, if they already finished Woody's story, they don't need a Toy Story 5. What the It makes me so mad that they're releasing another Toy Story 5. Like, I swear to God, they better not make a Cars 4 and butcher Lightning McQueen. I will be so mad if they do that. Another one, I'm talking about ones that had perfect finales but are keep going, Fast and Furious. After Paul Walker's untimely death in 2013, rest in peace Paul Walker, Fast and Furious 7 came out with he had filmed a lot of it, but some of it I think his brother filled in, and it had one of the most perfect finales. Paul Walker, and I can't remember, what was his wife's name again? I can't remember. And they're playing with their kid on the beach, and then See You Again by Wiz Khalifa, and Charlie Puth comes on, and then you got Vin Diesel driving away. Paul Walker pulls up next to him, and they both drive their separate ways in the sunset. And then you have a Paul Walker tribute with See You Again playing in the background the entire time. The perfect finale. But the greedy corporations didn't see it that way and wanted to keep milking the Fast and Furious cow. So not only did they come up with 8, 9, 10, I don't think there's 11, is there? And they came up with spin-offs and everything. Like, the story was done at 7. It was perfect. It was all done. And Paul Walker was like the backbone of the franchise. I don't care what you say. And especially with him gone, they could have just ended it right there. It would have been perfect. But no, they had to keep going. And now it's just a pointless action movie. Like, the cars are barely a part of it. Doesn't make sense. Another great example, Indiana Jones. Now, the first 3 are one of the best movie trilogies ever made. Indiana Jones, incredible. 4th one, pretty controversial, wasn't great, came out in 2008. It was weird. I don't think it followed the same thing. And they kind of wanted redemption, I guess, so they made a 5th one. Now, Harrison Ford's getting old, and there was a lot of studio problems, and it wasn't bad. I actually quite enjoyed the film, I want to make that clear, but it just didn't feel the same, and I felt like there should have never been a 4th or even a 5th. It was done at 3. And they're just milking it. But that one I don't have as many problems with. It was the OG trilogy was perfect. You're not going to top that. The only reason you're trying is really to make money. Another couple great examples, Jurassic Park. First movie was iconic, brand new idea. Second movie, not so great. Third movie, sucked ass. Then they rebooted it for Jurassic World. I quite enjoyed Jurassic World, the first one. I think it was a good idea for a reboot. It was pretty soon after Jurassic Park. Like, I think Jurassic Park 3 came out, 2005? Something like that, maybe 2003. And then 2015, Jurassic World came out. But then Jurassic World 2, what the f***? They're auctioning dinosaurs? Like, if you have time to aim a gun at, like, something, press the trigger and shoot them. You don't need a dinosaur to go at it. It doesn't make sense. And then Jurassic World 3, I mean, they tried to have everybody from Jurassic Park and do a finale. And it wasn't amazing. Now, why are they making Jurassic World 4? That should have been the finale right there. But no, they're still milking it. Another one, Star Wars. Perfect finale to Skywalker Saga. I don't care what you say. The prequels are great. I love the prequels. The sequels, Force Awakens is just a copy of New Hope. The Last Jedi tried to do something new and then just decided to go back to the original formula. And Episode 9 is just a crappier remake of Return of the Jedi that just basically undermines Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader's entire story. It just doesn't work. And now they're making Episode 10. I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I love this series. I love the shows like The Mandalorian. Do more stuff like that, though. Do like maybe go Old Republic or something with brand new characters you've never seen before in the past. Tell a brand new story. You don't need to keep continuing on with a story that's already finished. I think a good example of a movie that really worked was Top Gun Maverick. And it's a new story, still building off of the original Top Gun movie, and you can really feel the care they put into these characters and the story. The new characters feel interesting, the old characters are still refreshing, and it works. It seems like something that could happen. It seems like a reasonable story. You can feel the love there, and you can see why it did so well. It's definitely an amazing film. I love that movie so much. Pirates of the Caribbean, I think, is kind of a middle of the road. They don't need 4 and 5, and I think they're making a 6 now, but they're still enjoyable. They still work. You can still feel that they really did put some effort into it. But I just feel like there's way too many films coming out recently that are just by corporations. And frankly, considering most film studios are owned by like Comcast and Disney, and everything basically is owned by those two, they just only care about profits and beating each other. It just doesn't work. There's no substance and flavor. I think movies work the best when there's small film studios working on them, or small groups that are competing, because then they have like their vision of what they want to see. They don't have all these things that we have to check, like, oh, you have to have this much like action, we have to, this much money for CGI, make it look good, make sure that it has enough nostalgia in it. I don't care about that stuff. I just want a really good story. And I think that's my main problem with a lot of these things, is that it doesn't feel like there's the same love in these films anymore. It literally, just watching it, you're just like, wow, it's just the same movie with some better visuals. But it just doesn't have the heart, the story in it. Frankly, I love seeing something that looks cool. I love cool action sequences, cool CGI and all that. But I want to really feel the story's the part that's most interesting for me, and I think most people. And that's what really makes the film. And if there isn't that love for the story in that film, it just doesn't work. But anyway, that's what I think. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Anyway, peace out. Bye.